Good day to you. We've got a viewer requested pair of, I think these are mules. Adicane mule. I didn't even know this existed until a viewer requested it, and I thought they were just the Adicane slides up until that point. So I found a pair on eBay. If you're looking for the Adicane mule, you can find them on eBay with the Chewbacca outlet. I bought a few pairs of things, of shoes, slides, clogs from Chewbacca in the past. Actually, the Shibui slides that I've gotten those from Chewbacca. That eBay outlet that sells them is the Chewbacca. So they usually have some pretty good deals, I noticed. They'll kind of pick up kind of obsolete things and sell them for cheap. There was something else I was looking at. I don't know if it was a Puma. It was some kind of weird sandal thing, but it was like initially like $120 and they were selling them for like 30 bucks. They were really ugly though. I didn't end up buying them, but I was tempted just based on the discount. So enough of that rambling. Back to the Adicane. This box looks a little dirty. So I went with I got the green color. There was like a marbled white and blue that I wish I would have gotten now. I didn't see initially, but I like green, so whatever. The color doesn't really matter. What am I getting on me? So, and I sized down based on the research I was able to do on this particular pair. It seemed that they ran a little big, or at least the slides ran a little big, so I went down. So we'll see if that's the right choice or not. Let me pause this. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. There's some sort of ink on the packaging. All right, I finally upgraded my light system too. I'll show it in a second. I got, well, might as well show it now. Hang on. Ta-da! So that has like a temperature control on the lighting, so that'll eliminate my videos of having overly saturated yellow light anymore. Though I digress, back to the Adicane Clog. So here it is. They have that's one thing I noticed, they have an insole insert, which is interesting. So I'm curious on how comfy these are. If they're putting an insole in them, that means they're probably a little firmer. I remember hearing that with the slide, that they were a little firm. I don't know if it's the material that they are using, because they use sugar cane in the mixture and blending of this foam. So it does have a very rigid feel to it. It doesn't really want to flex very much. I'm sure it'll flex if I put enough pressure on it, but just at a glance, this is probably the firmest foam that I've encountered thus far on my foam shoe exploits. I like the texture on the tread pattern on the bottom. That's kind of nice. There's the injection point. So the color isn't horrible, that green. It's kind of a neutral, like yellowish green. It's not like neon like most of the greens I get. So that's pretty good. The holes aren't too bad. That one's a little crude, but... So the fit and finish is okay. Very basic. You got the 3-stripe kind of raised on the side. I kind of like that. And we've got 6 ventilation holes altogether. The top is pretty solid. So all in all, they don't look too bad. They're kind of a very neutral, minimal design. So I don't know what else there is to point out on them. Just in hand, I should say. So I guess we can throw them on foot. Well, let me look at the base. Let me pull out this insole and look at the bottom. See if there's anything worth noting. Looks pretty basic. There's kind of a wave tread pattern on the bottom of that and plastic waist. So, I like the sustainable stuff, but one thing that they were finding with these recycled materials is there's a lot of chemical leach with them, that whatever they are blending in, there's some leaching that is occurring with chemicals from these compounds. So I'm curious if that's why they went with the insole on these, is to create a buffer between the sole of your foot and this foam material. I don't know how toxic this stuff is, but if they're promoting it as sugarcane based, then it might be more of natural components that are blended in, but I don't want to spend too much time on that. So we will transition to the on foot portion of the video next. All right, we will throw them on foot and see how they fit. Like I mentioned, I went with the 11. Hang on, is that in place? Yep. So they're a little narrow. Is this bunching up on me? Why does it feel so weird? Okay. It just feels weird when I put, it's like that insole wants to, it feels like it's bunching up on me at the toes when I slide my foot in. This one isn't as bad, but this one, what's going on with this one? Okay, that's better. I think it was sliding a little bit on me. All right, they are a little firmer at a glance. They're really lightweight. They are a little narrow. I'm used to the Crocs, the width of the Crocs. They don't feel too bad though, but they are very firm. There's not much comfort. It's just, there's not a lot of squish. The sizing doesn't feel bad. I think the 11s were probably a good sizing choice. Because they fit a little loose. Let me get I might be able to show you from the top. You can see the gap between my foot and the top here. So there's a little looseness around this area, especially with them being a mule. There's not a lot of tightness holding it on your foot there, which makes them very casual, which isn't a bad thing. It's just worth noting. I've got the wool socks on again, so they're gonna fit a little more snug with those on. Maybe I should go and throw on regular socks real quick to get more of a basic perception of them. They don't feel small, they don't feel tight, but just back to the sizing. I think if I would have went up a size, they would have felt even looser. But just going down, they feel okay as far as like toe space and stuff goes. And with them being loose, like I don't know. Excuse me. They don't feel snug. They feel very casual. But they don't feel like a foam shoe. I think that's my main experience with these, is they feel more like a leather shoe. Just how firm the material is, and with them having an insole in it, like, I don't know. These feel like foam shoes trying to be regular mules or something. It's just, I don't know. They're different. It isn't a bad thing. It's just in terms of like the foam spectrum of the world, these are kind of like an outlier. I don't see these kind of blending in with the rest of the foam shoe world or foam clog world. Other than just being like slip-ons, but I mean you can get leather slip-ons and stuff too. These kind of, I don't know, they're different. They are definitely different. So I will keep them. I might wear them. They're not a bad thing. They're just different. I kind of like the simplicity of the design. I would like to paint these actually. I was thinking about that. I could do just like some black line work on these. I'd have to work with the colors. That would be the biggest challenge, and then just deciding what I want to do on them. But just how solid the top is and the toe is and stuff, it would be like a good platform to work on with some sort of design element. So here, let me get a down low footage. We'll get the action angle so you can see them on foot. So they're not bad, they are just definitely different. And I'm struggling to kind of describe them, I guess, because I usually incorporate all of my experiences with the other foam shoes to explain what's on foot. Where these are so different, I can't really draw from those for a description, which is different. These are very unique. So just if I had to kind of describe them in a general fashion, not being able to compare and contrast them to other things and other brands, they're a relatively firm footbed. It's got a little bit of an arch support, but it comes more in from the sides than it does from the sole, if that makes sense. They're not uncomfortable, but they are firm. I would say they run a little big, so sizing down is probably the way to go. It's interesting that they have inserts, sole inserts, because you can probably swap those out. They run a little more narrow on foot. Than what I'm used to, I should say. I'm trying not to compare them to other things. So just the general fit is on the more narrow side. So if you have wide feet, these might not be the way to go. These might not be the option for you. If you're looking for something that's very sporty, I don't know how sporty these are. These have a more kind of a loafer, slip-on, casual feel to them. But they're not bad. I mean, that's not a detractor. So these are actually okay. These are pretty good. I wasn't sure what to expect with them. And so far my impressions are not negative. The price point isn't bad. I think I paid around $30 for them on Chewbacca. I can find that out real quick so I can give you that information, or I'll add it to the video. I'll research that after I'm done filming, and I'll throw that on screen to show how much I paid for them. So like price point, they're not bad. I think they generally go for like, I think the initial retail on them was like 50 bucks or something. So people were saying it was kind of priced high based on the comfort level, at least with the slides I'm referring to. Because I remember seeing these, or seeing the slides, I think it was Hess Kicks, had the Adicane slides like a year ago, and I remember seeing them and him talking about like the price point and the comfort and them being a little firmer and stuff. So, I mean, if you're looking for something that's environmental friendly, I think these are a good option as far as that goes, with them being half like sugarcane. So we will wrap this up. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers.